only MLB player to take a knee arrested after what he did to Trump-supporting waiter. To add to the saga of the only ballplayer in the MLB to disrespect our flag and kneel for the national anthem, it's now being reported that Oakland Athletics catcher Bruce Maxwell has been arrested in Arizona after a food delivery person alleged he pointed a gun at her. Maxwell, who was the only disrespectful player in Major League Baseball to take a knee this year during the national anthem in order to protest so-called racial injustice, was swiftly arrested after Scottsdale police say officers went to Maxwell's home Saturday night after getting a call reporting a person with a gun. Maxwell was booked on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and disorderly conduct. Police released a statement saying Maxwell was being held at the county jail while pending a court appearance. It wasn't readily known if this genius had an attorney who could be contacted to make the statement in this case. Freedom Daily reports, today the manager of the Alabama restaurant where Oakland A's catcher Bruce Maxwell claims he was refused service by a pro-Trump waiter claims the ball tosser made up the whole incident. Bruce Maxwell, who to date is the only MLB player who has taken a knee during the playing of our national anthem, claims the waiter recognized him after the so-called protest and he refused to serve the ungrateful Bubba. But here is where the story gets interesting. Apparently, according to the restaurant's manager Ann Whalen, who manages Keegan's restaurant in Huntsville, Alabama, the whole argument and refusal to serve was because of alcohol, not politics as Maxwell claims. She explained that one person at Maxwell's table had no ID to prove he was of legal drinking age and the waiter refused to serve him a beer. We know all too well most of these ball tossers aren't known for their class. One thing led to another and the waiter ended up refusing to serve everyone in his party. Via Fox News, Oakland A's catcher Bruce Maxwell, 26, claimed this week that a waiter in his Alabama hometown of Huntsville refused him service after identifying him as the MLB player who took the knee during the Star-Spangled Banner last month. Only the waiter has a very different version of events and he told Fox News that was far from what went down. He is outright lying. This is really upsetting as he was given full service. I didn't even know who Bruce Maxwell was, Mad Henry, a 42-year-old waiter at Keegan's public house, told Fox News. This all started because I carded his friend who wanted to order a beer. According to Henry, an Alabama native, Maxwell was dining with local Democratic Councilman Devin Keith and another friend who produced an expired ID, and the server refused to serve him a drink which upset the friend, who followed him into the kitchen. Mad Henry, the waiter at an Alabama restaurant who refutes Maxwell's claim that he was not served because he took the knee. He asked me, "Don't you know who Bruce Maxwell is?" and told me I was making everyone feel uncomfortable. Nobody was even paying attention to them, Henry claimed. I didn't know anything about him or the kneeling. All I know is a friend of mine 15 years ago lost his job for serving someone a drink who happened to be underage, so if anyone looks under 30, I'm going to card them. The waiter said that the councilman then complained to the restaurant's manager about Maxwell being uncomfortable, and the manager simply swapped me to another table, and that it was no big deal. The restaurant manager on duty that day, Ann Whalen, who requested the restaurant name not be used without permission from the owner, also told Fox News that Maxwell's story being portrayed in the media could not be further from the truth. Matt came to me and told me that a guy wanted a beer but his ID was not valid and I told him he absolutely could not give it to him. We can go to jail for that in the state of Alabama, the manager said. It was his friend causing all the fuss. None of us even knew who this baseball player was. I told him I had no idea who he was going on about, she said. Eventually Matt just asked if we could put another server on the table, so I did. I can't believe the story. As we can clearly see now, this man, who made $535,000 this year just for catching a ball, seems to be having some serious issues. He has already been in the news twice in less than a week. The average U.S. salary is $51,272. So that would mean that this player makes over 10 times what the average American makes. To put things into perspective here, it will take the average American over 10 years of hard work to make what this ungrateful gun-wielding liar makes in only 6 months of tossing a damn ball around. And he has the gall to kneel during the national anthem, really? Please share if you want to see the Oakland Athletics release this criminal so he can go back to his old job making minimum wage.